Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Physics with Sensor. Today I am going to teach you the collision of projectiles. So let's start. First we'll learn how the path of one projectile looks from other projectile. Okay. So for that, what I am doing, look at this carefully. Okay, suppose two projectiles A and B are simultaneously thrown with an angle theta1 and theta2 respectively. How we will see here how the path of one projectile looks from the other projectile. So in this case, we are going to apply the concept of relative motion. Okay. So let us try to do this in this manner. Okay. First, find out the velocity of A with respect to B. That means keeping B as an observer. And what we know, when we are keeping B as an observer, we have to keep B at rest. Correct? Actually, B is not at rest. Correct? But thinking about this means with respect to A, B is supposed to be at rest. So we'll write here velocity of A with respect to B. What is that? Velocity of A with respect to ground minus velocity of B with respect to ground. Now, if I resolve this into two components, one is this u1 cos theta 1, other is u1 sin theta 1. One is u2 cos theta 2, other is u2 sin theta 2. Now we'll write this equation in the format of I cap and j cap. Okay. So writing u1, which is the velocity of A with respect to the ground, clear? That is what we write u1 cos theta 1 I cap plus u1 sin theta 1 j cap. This is equation number 1. What is the equation? What is the velocity of B with respect to the ground? That is u2. What is that? Look, it is along negative x-axis. So we'll write it like this: u minus u2 cos theta 2 I cap plus u2 sin theta 2 j cap. Now we'll put this value in this equation. Correct? Velocity of A with respect to ground, that is u1, and velocity of B with respect to ground, that is u2. Now if I simplify this result, what will happen? u1 cos theta 1 I cap plus u1 sin theta 1 j cap minus u2 cos theta 2 I cap plus u2 sin theta 2 j cap. Okay. Now let us write this in the format of I cap and j cap. So u1 cos theta 1 minus plus, that is u2 cos theta 2 I cap plus u1 sin theta 1 minus u2 sin theta 2 j cap. Now if I write this as x component, so let us write as vx I cap and let us write this as vy j cap. Then to A, the velocity of A relative to B is this. That means if I draw the diagram and keeping B fixed, so B will find A has two components of velocity, one along this direction, that is Vx, another is Vy. So resultant will be like this. B, the velocity of A has two components, one is Vx along x-axis, another Vy along y-axis. So B will find A is moving along a straight line path. So this is the path of one projectile looks from the other projectile. Okay, the question may comes like this: how the path looks like? Is it a straight line passes to the origin? Is it a straight line parallel to y-axis, etc.? So your answer will be it is a straight line passing to the origin. Is it clear? Now we'll learn the condition of collision of two projectiles. Condition of collision of two projectiles is this. Look, apply the previous concept. How the path of A looks from the point of view of B. From the point of view of B, A is moving along this path, making an angle theta with the horizontal. So according to B, A has two component of velocity. One is Vx, that is u1 cos theta 1 plus u2 cos theta 2, and another is Vy, that is u1 sin theta 1 minus u2 sin theta 2 j cap. Okay. Now the question is, B is here, correct? Now if A moves along this path, there will be no possible of collision between A and B. Collision is only possible if A moves along this direction, correct? So that demands what? This component must be 0. So condition of collision is this: Vy equal to 0, that is u1 sin theta 1 equal to u2 sin theta 2. So this is the condition of collision of two projectiles. Okay. Now, what is the relative velocity between A and B then? Now, in this case, if they collided, then relative velocity of A with respect to B is what? Is only this component Vx. And Vx equal to what? u1 cos theta 1 plus u2 cos theta 2. So Vx equal to u1 cos theta 1 plus u2 cos theta 2. So relative velocity of A with respect to B is only this. Now the second question is this: after what time they will collide? Okay. So this is very interesting. T is equal to what? Look, what is the intermediate separation? Intermediate separation is D divided by this u1 cos theta 1, u2 cos theta 2. So these are the three important things we have to know. Key, what is the condition of collision? That means when the y component is 0, that means u1 sin theta 1 equal to u2 sin theta 2. And number 2, if they collided, what is the condition of relative velocity? So relative velocity in that case is this, and at which time they will collide? So they will collide at this time, d divided by this. So let us apply this thing in a. The question is given: two projectiles are projected simultaneously from the point A and B. One makes an angle 30 degrees with the horizontal, another makes an angle alpha with the horizontal. One is thrown with a speed of 60 meters per second, another is thrown with a speed of 50 meters per second. Now the first question is find alpha. Okay, we'll handle the question one by one. Okay, so for number one question is find alpha. If you watch my last video, I told you earlier also, key in the last video also, key in vertical motion, okay, the value of relative acceleration is always 0. You can watch it from here. If I want to find out the acceleration of A with respect to B, that is the acceleration of A with respect to ground minus acceleration of B with respect to ground. And we know in vertical motion under gravity, only one acceleration acts, that is G, and that's always acts in downward direction. So we can write it minus G J cap minus G J cap. And if you calculate this will obviously come 0. So this is the interesting fact in this case. When we are calculating anything relative to acceleration in vertical motion, that relative acceleration is always equal to 0. Now what to do? As I told you, resolve this into two components. VA, okay, that is the velocity of A with respect to ground is what? 60 cos 30 I cap plus 60 sin 30 j cap. Now cos 30 is what? That is root 3 by 2 I cap, and sin 30 is what? Half j cap, and that is equal to 30 root 3 I cap plus 30 j cap. What is the velocity of B with respect to ground? That is minus 50 cos alpha I cap plus 50 sin alpha j cap. Now, what is the relative velocity of A with respect to B? It is very simple, 30 root 3. Okay, that is velocity of A with respect to ground minus velocity of B with respect to ground. And if I do the calculation, 30 root 3 I cap plus 50 cos alpha I cap, and this is equal to plus 30 minus 50 sin alpha j cap. Okay. Now, as I told you earlier, write it in the separate format. This okay. Now, as I told you, in order to make collision, the y component always equal to 0. So what is the condition of collision? Condition of collision is simple. 30 minus 50 sin alpha equal to 0. Hence sin alpha equal to 3 by 5. Therefore, alpha equal to nothing but 37 degree. So this is the first problem of the problem. Very easy. Second part, after what time they will collide? I told you this earlier, only relative velocity if they collided, only the relative velocity which exists is this. Clear? There is 30 root 3 plus 50 cos alpha. Okay. Time at which they collided. B divided by 30 root 3 plus 50 cos alpha. 30 root 3 plus 50 cosine of alpha. Now, what is D? D is given here. D is given 100 meter. So let us apply that. D is equal to 100 meter. 30 root 3, 50 cos alpha, cos 37 degree. That is 4 by 5. If we do the calculation, 100 divided by 510, that is what? 30 root 3 plus 40. Okay, you can simplify further it. 10, this is 3 root 3 plus 4 second. So after this time, they will collide. Okay. So let's solve another problem. Now students, look at this problem. It is given that there is a tower of height h. A projectile is projected from the bottom of the tower with a speed of 10 meters per second. Another projectile is projected horizontally from the top of the tower with a speed of 5 meters per second. This projectile makes an angle theta, and they collided with each other at the point B. Okay, which is actually the range of both A and B. Now the question is here, calculate the value of theta, and number 2, find h. So what I am doing here, first I am splitting this velocity into two components. Okay. So this is 10 cos theta and this is 10 sin theta. So look at this very carefully. This is O. Velocity of O with respect to ground would be what? 10 cos theta I cap plus 10 sin theta j cap. What is the velocity of A with respect to ground? It is projected horizontally. So velocity of A with respect to ground is equal to 5 I cap meter per second. Okay. Now what I'm doing here, keeping A fixed and trying to find out the motion of O relative to A. So I'm writing like this: velocity of O with respect to A. What is that? That is the velocity of O with respect to ground minus velocity of A with respect to ground. What is that? 10 cos theta. That is 10 cos theta minus 5 I cap and plus, look at this, velocity of A with respect to ground is what? That is plus 10 sin theta j cap. Okay. Now watch it very carefully. Collision is only possible If from the viewpoint of A, O is moving towards him, that means this component should be equal to 0. Clear? So condition of collision is this: 10 cos theta minus 5 equal to 0. Hence cos theta is equal to half and theta is equal to what? 60 degree. So got it? Very easy. Number 2 question is, find the value of H. Now, if you watch it carefully, this is actually the time of flight of B, correct? Means time of flight of B means the time at which A and B collided, that is the time of flight of B. We can do it very easily. What is the time of flight of B? That is T is equal to 2u sine theta by G. What is 2? U is 10. Sine 60 is what? Root 3 by 2. G is 10. Calculation complete. That is root 3. Second. Okay. Now, this is actually the time of collision. Okay. So for collision, the component which is responsible is the vertical component. Correct. So what we are doing here, T is equal to H divided by, that is the speed along that direction. That is 10 sine theta. Okay. Now T is already known to us, that is root 3. H is we have to find out, and 10 sine of 60, that is sine 60 is root 3 by 2. That means if we calculate this is cancel 5 root 3 into root 3, that is 15 meter. Okay, so this is so simple. A problem is given like this: if there are two projectiles A and B, both are projected simultaneously, one from the point A, another from the point B. One makes an angle 45 degree, another makes an angle 45 degree, and both are with respect to the ground. Correct? It is given that the initial velocity of A with respect to ground is 2 meters per second, and that of B is 14 meters per second. You need to find out the minimum separation during their motion. Number 1. Number 2, find first minimum separation during their motion. Number 2, at what time the separation is minimum. Okay, let's start solving the problem. So what I'm doing here, again, velocity of A with respect to ground is what? It has two components: 2 cos 45 degree I cap plus 2 sine 45 degree j cap. What is cos 45? 1 by root 2 I cap. What is sine 45? 1 by root 2 j cap. That is, if I take root 2 common, it is only I plus j. Now, what is the velocity of B with respect to ground? Velocity of B with respect to ground, it has also two components. One along negative x-axis, that is minus 14 cos 45 and plus 14 sine 45. Okay, one is I cap, another is j cap. So do this calculation: minus 14 cos 45 1 by root 2. So take 14 by root 2 common. It is I and minus j. Clear? Now, what we need to find out? Let me fix B. Okay, and let us try to find out the motion of A related to B. Velocity of A with respect to B is velocity of A with respect to ground minus velocity of B with respect to ground. Velocity of A with respect to ground is root 2 I cap plus j cap minus of these, that is plus 7 root 2 I cap minus j cap. Do one thing, take root 2 common. I plus j plus 7 I cap minus 7 j cap. Now root 2, 7 plus this 8 I cap, and this is equal to minus 6 j cap. That means 8 root 2 I cap minus 6 root 2 j cap. So this is the velocity of A related to B. Now let's draw this diagram. Okay, 8 root 2 I cap minus 6 root 2 j cap. What is the meaning of it? Now velocity of A with respect to B is what? 8 root 2 I cap, that means along this direction. 6 root 2 j cap minus sign, that means along this direction. So the minimum separation will be this. This is 90 degree. Now what is the value of this angle? So we can find it easily like this. What is the value of the height? Height is 6 root 2 and base is 8 root 2. So tan theta is equal to 6 root 2 by 8 root 2. That is equal to 6 by, that is 3 by 4. And we know that is equal to 37 degree. So 37 degree. Okay. Now we need to calculate what this distance. This is the minimum distance, S minimum. So for S minimum, this separation is given. This separation is given in the question, that is 60 meter. Okay. So it is 60 meter. So if I apply trigonometry, so what will happen? This height, that is S minimum, by hypotenuse, that is 60, that is equal to what? Sine of 37 degree. Sine 37 degree is what? S minimum 60, sine 37 degree is equal to 3 by 5. This is 36 meter. Okay. So this is the minimum separation. Now the second part is, after what time the separation, the time after which the separation is minimum, we can find out very easily. That is, suppose this point is A, this point is N, and what is this separation? Look, this base by hypotenuse, correct? Base by hypotenuse means AN by hypotenuse is 60, cosine of 37 degree, AN equal to therefore 60, that is 4 by 5, that is 12, N equal to 48. The magnitude of velocity of A related to B will be root over of 8 root 2 whole square plus 6 root 2 whole square. Okay, that is equal to root 2 square. If I take root 2 square common, that is 64 plus 36, 100. That means it is equal to 10 root 2 meter per second. So time taken is distance divided by speed. This is equal to 48 meter divided by 10 root 2. That means if I calculate this, 24 root 2 divided by 10, that is 2.4 root 2 second. So that's all. Okay. Thank you.